Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Lite campaign v3 patch number 7. This is currently in open beta. We're after the hotfix number 3, and I thought I do a bit of an investigation into starting conditions in the Lite campaign. And my thoughts here are: is it possible to get a bit of more realistic starts going in the Lite campaign or not? And what I would deem a more realistic start, well, let's get straight into it. I cleaned out my mostly broken saves after trying to test for hotfixes. And let's mash them. No, Devon Motor. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, let's try to start a Lite campaign without having any money. The only thing you have is empty plots. I think that would be the most realistic start one could think of. And I'm going to test if that currently is possible. Remember that in hotfix 3 we had fixed the sales calculations, and that means it's damn fucking hard. So yeah, let's go to advanced settings and choose insane as a starting point. And now we reduce the cache to 0 and we increase the size. Let's get started without any factories, and we have medium plots. The difference between medium and small plots is rather hefty, and I don't necessarily want to try the mix-up, but I think this will be 2 episodes of this mini investigation, maybe more. Well, we shall see. Well, medium plots start it is at first. And we could vary the starting country too. Yeah, that's probably something we could do, we should do. A competition should be at 100%. That is the most realistic way to play. Okay, so medium plots only. And if we start in Ahana, that is considered harder, of course. Dalua is even harder, and that is fine. So, do we want to start in Ahana, or do we try an easier one first in Helvetia? Okay, you might wonder, how the fuck is this even going to work? You don't have any cash. Well, you can borrow. You can borrow against your company value. And if you have plots of land, you have something to borrow against. And that is why I'm saying this might be the most realistic start. Because you could argue that in around that time you have inherited some land, and that you are now borrowing against to fulfill your dream of becoming a car company tycoon dude who makes awesome cars in his garage. Yeah, sounds awesome. So Helvetia is probably the easiest start of them all, and I think I made it such that actually the score multiplier is the lowest for that. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's good, because Helvetia from the start has Gazmir and Fronia unlocked, which means that you have access to the largest market in the game right from the start. And the only thing that it makes it slightly harder is that you have to export your cars from Helvetia to Gazmir, which costs you another $500. That goes onto the sales price. So you can't really compete in those super budget-oriented categories as easily as you would do if you produce straight in Gazmir or for dirt cheap labor in Ahana. Alright, should we get started here maybe? How about we make a luxury brand with just medium plots in Helvetia and see how it goes? I think that sounds like an excellent idea. We have no dealership networks, of course, and yeah, everything custom, 6.27 difficulty multiplier. Let's see if we can get started. There we go. Devon Motor Works. And you have opted to start Devon Motor Works without inheriting both a car and engine factory. Well, we have inherited the land though, so that shall be fine. Okay, new car project. Everything is red, of course. And should we... Built this from scratch, yeah. I've built this several times already for testing purpose, so should be doing well. I'm aiming for luxury for my first one. And the first thing to do is right after I pick one of those bodies, I'm on a spinny disc. Spinny discs are dirt slow, and yeah, I need a PC upgrade basically. What we're going to do is to get out of here once we've selected the body and we have the project sitting there, and then look in the hub how much money we can take out as a loan, and that we use as a frame for our project that we can't go beyond. And it will be a little tricky to figure out how much more money we need, although it's not that tricky, we can calculate it, to build a dealership network. Because we do want to be around a dealership network level of 1 in the regions we are going to sell to. What car body are we going to base this on? Let's see. Something reasonably large, of course. The 1940s one is nice, but it's 1940, and that already is quite old. So 1.5 cubic meters of cabin volume there, and that one is smaller. Yeah, that's quite significantly smaller. So we probably need to go for the 1941 after all. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Okay, so quick build. We need to go aluminium and leather. We probably can't start with anything larger than maybe a small 2 factory. That might already be really tough, but we have low tooling on it. And so it might be possible. Let's go with the cheapest option that is reasonable or quite comfortable, and that will be double wishbone front and semi-trailing rear. Not the double wishbone there. That just extends the time by basically 6 months, because this section for your first car will be by far the longest vector of the engineering vectors that are being orthogonally added together via this square root function. So you square the length of the vector, and then you add the squares of all the other vectors and sum them up, and then you draw the square root out of all of them, and that gives you your final engineering vector, which is the engineering time. And if you add 6 months to the longest, then the main project will probably take almost 6 months longer. So that's not something we necessarily want to do. But that's a good setup. 0 quality, we could even drop it slightly. Every click, I believe, was 5% fast engineering time. But let's see if we get around this. And we do want to start a new engine project. And what are we going to do? Should we go with a V8? I think we might. Yeah, let's go with a V8. So 90, there we go. And 4 liters. Yeah, but 4 liters maybe under square. There we go. Yeah, we want it slow revving and awful. That is what we're after. And pushrod, we do need all the familiarity we can get, and we don't need power, so pushrod is perfect. Oh, we don't even want power, because that thing will just be wheel spinning all over the place. Okay, so aiming for 6.7, maybe 20 cam, and we go for twin standard. Now 14.2 seems about right. And we probably can rev this to an astounding 3.8, but we do have very long stroke. Are we going to make too much torque? That's the question. I'm going to try to run on cast. We might have to switch to heavy duty cast. If we are on the border, I'm going to strangle the engine such that we don't make that much torque, and then we can use cast, because they are smoother. You have to think about that too. And the luxury segments do like smooth engines. So many options in automation nowadays. Yes, and that will probably not get less, but rather more. Okay. I don't think we can afford to put anything into the fuel system on the first iteration of this engine. Shortcast or nope, cast log. We do want to get the power down as much as possible, but we do need baffled. Just get it low. That is a lot of power. We don't have any problems with stress though, and we still have a little bit in it. 2 clicks, three clicks, 7-0. That's looking good. It's looking very good. Not revving anywhere, but that's fine. Okay, no stress. Flow severely limited by the headers and the exhaust. That's fine. Let's check. 272. 207. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? oh, we forgot to take that one down. That would make it worse, though, for us. 270. Okay. Now it's optimized around 3,000. I would like to have it optimized around 2,000. But that means that we can add some there. Then that lowers reliability. So how do we get around that? Can we... I don't want to lower exhaust quality, because that would be a way... No, that's way too slow a way to do that. We could open up the exhaust to give us more power and less torque down low. It's just a nuance that increases... yeah, I think we can go with this. We can go with this. This is making it louder, though. Oh, quite a bit louder. Quite a bit louder. Do we want that? Do we take the stress? I think we are actually going to take the little penalty in reliability. It's not that important. The loudest levels are way more important in this case. Also, we can go to dual. Dual exhaust is better for the loudness. So now we can lower the size. Maybe we find a better value there. Oh, damn, 73. No, it's still the same penalty. It's not much, so we're good. I think we're good. And this is quite a bit quieter again. 2.2 points. That's not too bad. Anyway, we are still doing fine on the run. And family 1, variant 1. We're just trying to get started, so I don't even have to name things. Probably will anyway. So let's choose the body. And what do we need? Rear-wheel drive. Manual. Yeah, 3 gears should be enough. And we go for around slightly under top speed. Need to go a little longer, maybe? I think this thing will wheel spin like crazy. Medium tires. Don't forget, this is like crazy power for back in the day. That's basically a hypercar. Yeah. Oh, wow, those wheels. They're tiny. Okay, let's get some decent ones in there. And now we do want 145s, I believe. That leaves us 15-inch wheels. Yep, looks about right. Do we need to offset them? Yeah, slightly. Let's put 10 everywhere. Brakes, max. Oh, very, very important choices to make here. Everything max. Kind of what you can do at the start if you are in the more luxurious segments. Although lighter wheels do help comfort. They do help comfort. So that's also a tricky one, but I don't know how much that does. I've not tested that in recent times. Okay, no under tray, cooling around 175. No, 175. No, 75. Let's see. That is a cooling capacity of 415 horsepower. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Or is this actually in kilowatt? That doesn't matter. Yeah, alright, I'm fine with this. Should be good. 4 seats. We go with luxury. 1 limited production flag is fine. Luxury here as well. That's expensive. So what factory are we going for? Small 2? If we're going with a small 2, then maybe we should start with a premium. start with a premium. Yeah, that's also cheaper to engineer. We already have 18 there, then plus 12, that's 30. That's pretty big. That's a big number. Yep, 30 is a lot, and we go for standard 40s. So we are down a bit. Low comfort penalty, yeah. Oh, wait a second. We need plus... Let's go with plus 5 here. How much difference does this make? Let's see. There we go. To the comfort, it does make a decent amount of difference. So, old car, clear, held car. Boom. There we go. Because we are in the luxury segment, I think that's a good choice. And now just start out there. That's a decent tune. Also, drivability is pretty close to the line. Not perfect. We are at 4.5 degrees roll angle. And as you can see here, you are looking for... what are you looking for? Does it say that in here? No? Where did it say that? Ah. Well, I thought that was somewhere. Anyway. Optimal angles. Around 7 for a family slash... for a comfort vehicle. Around 7 degrees. For a sporty-ish vehicle, more like 5 degrees. And for a hypercar-ish vehicle, like 3 degrees of roll angle. That's roughly, very roughly, the figures you're looking for. And can we make this better? Yeah, we do have lots of roll angle left over. And we do want to bring the drivability marker down. So let's make the sway bars in the rear non-existent. And we have 6. Okay, so we can soften the front slightly. There we go, 6.9. Looking good? Yeah, looking good. Is this one competitive? Let's take a look. 23 drivability is good. Comfort is really good. Prestige 30, yes. Of course, we are skipping out on safety because we don't want that engineering time on top. We want to get the opportunity cost out of the way of having the higher safety. And then for our first facelift, add the advanced 50 safety, which we don't have access to right now, which we would have to engineer from scratch anyway, because we don't get any familiarity in it. Or just like, what is it, 1% or something crazy low. So, markets. They love it. The premium segment loves it. But this is pre-factory values, so not reliable in that sense. Let's say we're done here. And head over and try out... Well, we have designed the car already, so now we need to know how much money can we borrow? And that is being answered by this one here. Oh, shit. Okay, 47 million only. And that is with medium plots. That's not much. That really isn't much, especially not in Helvetia. Quite an expensive country to build in. Alright, back in here. We are going to limit ourselves to just having one trim. Because we do want to stay efficient in engineering as well as in production. And let's have a look here. So this is our factory plot. It's a medium plot, but we can, of course, place a much smaller factory on top. And this would be very black. That is because my PC is dog slow in loading shit. Okay, small. Let's see the costs. Load in the factory already. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, we don't need any add-ons. That's a bonus, but no mass production from the panels and a limited production from the interior. Yeah, but we need to do that. So that is okay. Let's see what costs are being put on top. We don't want to go too far into this drop-off zone, this one, but it's a small one factory, so it's by its nature not very highly automated. So if you crank up the automation slider a little bit, you're still fine. We're producing you can see the drop-off happening already there, 300 cars, and then it gets less the more you automate. But it still gets cheaper, and we do have... cost per production unit is pretty high. Our car, though, is reasonably scoped for production units. Just 126. No crazy quality in there or anything. That's doable. And the factory costs for the car factory is below 5 mil. That's decent. We can take out that money. Of course, we have to also take care of engineering. So that was a small one. And the engine I would like to have in a small factory as well. And the reasoning for that is, while a tiny factory can produce enough engines to keep up with a production flagged car, it won't be easy to upgrade it because you have to raise it and then put a small 1 factory on top, or a small 2 factory. So you will incur the full build time for that. If we instead go for a slightly more undertooled small factory, that will build reasonably quickly, and we don't care about build time right now, but then it's easy to upgrade and much more potential and to scale for future investments. So 300 cars per month, it's fine. Whew, okay, this is looking good already. So we do have, why is this engineering time modifier, why is this negative? Because, yes, of course, there's some different 0 points, so to say, for progression. I think it's tooling. It's, where is it? Was it somewhere in there? 57 or whatnot is the default. And we can save lots of time here. How many cars are we going to produce then? 200. Okay, we lose 10% of our production, but we get higher efficiency. It increases our production, not production units. That's a wrong tooltip. That's the production cost in labor only. And you can see it go up significantly by our engineering being low. I think I'm going to keep it somewhere there. This is decent. 50 months is a good starting point. I don't want to lower the pressure or the funding too much. Can we get to 50? No, not exactly. Now it's always rounding correctly. So if it says 50.0, you can rely on it. That's actually 50.0. 12 million. Let's see how much cheaper it gets if we... that is a lot cheaper. How much do we have to cut reliability in order to get it back to 50? Let's see. Not that much. There we go, only 5 points. That is potentially really good. And you see the ratings go up as well. And that is because the engineering costs for the projects are a lot lower. So the costs that every car that is being produced, of which there are not many, has to bear is reduced. So that's all good. Looking like a decent setup. And now for the engine. Oh, okay. Engineering time. No, factory first. Let's also place a small 1 factory on there. No add-ons needed. We are making 500 engines like this, and I think I'm going for a reasonable automation level. Whew, that's getting expensive already. 30? That only saves us 1 million, though. Yeah, okay. 40. Let's keep it at 40. Seems reasonable. $35 per production unit. And each engine just takes 31.4 production units. Seems good. Okay. Let's continue on. As you can see, I'm already... this is because of how hard a start this is and how hard I anticipate it to be with the competition being cutthroat, I'm actually optimizing reasonably well. I'm going to walk you through the thought process here. Maybe you can use it in your own Let's Plays as well. Not Let's Plays. Playthroughs, that is. Not everyone is a YouTuber, Rob. Okay. So, for small factories setup, engineering management. Okay, we're at 66 as a default time. I don't want to skimp too much on reliability here, but with so many engines being possible to produce in there, yeah, we can amp this one up. Yes, a lot. Down, I mean, not up. But yeah, we are producing more than twice as many engines as needed. Efficiency goes up a lot because now our tooling that we are engineering for is more similar to the tooling that is actually the factory that we are going to put this thing in. So as you can see, this is going pretty well. 99.6 is the maximum. And I think I'm going to put it there. That means we do have a bit of time. We can steal. Oh no, a bit of, yeah, time, exactly. We can steal from this, and there we go. Perfect. This has made it quite a bit cheaper. Let's see. So that is at 50, 7.5 million versus 6.7. Yeah, that's 800k that I don't want to miss out on. So that's nice. That's nice. And of course, we're not really producing that much on this one. Now, question: do we want to have the engine include? Do we want the engine to include the actual factory costs? I would say no. I would say no. It should include these costs though. So take this out. Look how much cheaper the engine becomes. That will make us more competitive. But also we need to keep an eye on this because this factory is, we need to pay it back at some point because we are going to take out a loan. Okay, company valuation currently at 139 million. Good to know, good to know. So let's see, that will drop a lot once we sign this off. But I think this is a reasonable price here. And now let's take a look. This tooltip's just wrong. It's just saying, oh no, you need to make this ready for sign-off. But it is ready for sign-off. It has a check mark in it and it's green, but it's blinking. Doesn't quite understand it. Of course, insane start means you have no reach with your company whatsoever. So everything will be red. You're basically flying blind, as a new company would. So we are going to limit our max shifts to 2. Why is that? Because we don't want to do night shifts, which costs the fraction of night shifts that is being run, costs twice as much for per production unit as the rest of the shifts. So that's a no-no for starting out, I would say, with this kind of manufacturer, which focuses on rather production unit heavy cars and doesn't really have that big of a market to conquer. So let's leave it there. Target shift. Well, we can overwork it slightly, do we? Let's run 1.6. I'm really happy if we can sell 1.6 shifts worth of produce. This doesn't have a production effort. Oh, 100%. Yeah, for trim 1, of course. Production effort for the trim itself in the factory. Of course, 100%. We only make 1. So, yes. Now, we don't want to include the factory. We don't want to include that. We don't want to include that. We don't want to include anything. Oh, why did... Oh, loan costs. It already considers the loan costs. Nothing in there. We want it to be clean. And then I want to put at least 20% margin on there. Gets us way just below 20k. And this is looking scary as fuck. Oh? 106 million. Why does it cost 106 million? Let's investigate. I see, okay. It thinks we have to pay for the plot as well, for some reason. Of course, we don't have to do that. So the question is if it actually takes that money out of the bank or not. That will be a bug, which is also why I'm testing this, if this is reasonable or not. Okay, yeah. And you can see that is the issue, because if we add just the plot costs to be covered by the loan, you see that, well, we are already trying to take out as much loan as possible, even though we own the plots. So what I'm going to do here is stop the recording right there. I'm going to save this, and you will probably be back with me in no time in the same episode when this is patched. And because I'm running the closed beta, that will be right tomorrow morning, I would assume. So let's make that happen. And wishy-wash magic wand, and no, not that one in your trousers. Please keep it in. Did it work? I think so. It is exactly 1 day later. And we have fixed the issue with the loans, and this should be working. Let's check. This was showing more than before after I had made the project. Reason for that being that paper factories were actually included in our company value. So, yeah, it's not too good. And now that's fixed. So 47 million it is. That is our kind of limit to where we can go with this. And that should also be working in the car project now. So let's see, if we wanted to make a loan, then we can. And that is not considering any plots, because you damn well own them. Yeah, that looks about right. 30 million there. So should we play it realistically and take out a loan, or should we just go into debt and have it smile upon us? Because currently you don't even pay any interest on it. I think we are going to try to make it more realistic so that you actually have to take out some money. And we set this one to F. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But we can still loan the full amount. So let's head back into the engine project. We have also fixed that confirmation thing there. That's 24 million, that too. Ouch. Full repayment, yeah. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. 60 million, ouch. Yeah, that's big. No, we don't want to include the loan costs. Thank you very much. And that should be all good, hopefully. Credit rating F. 60 million company valuation, or... Yeah, okay. That is after the loan is being taken out. Whew. Sign it off, I guess. Yes, let's go ahead and sign it off. We are ready. Agree. There we go. Whew, okay. We have 37 million in the bank. 37 million in the bank. I thought that would be instantly taken out of the equation again. But maybe that's not currently the case. Our factories are being constructed over there. That is fine. And I think at around 2 years before our car goes live, we set our our dealership levels to level 1. And then 6 months before, we set it to level 2. And hopefully that should net us something in the realm of level 1 dealership level for our start of the sales. Whew, okay, here we go. Alright, I waited a little too long, but it should be fine. So we up it by 1 everywhere. Adds a bit more costs to that, but yeah, that's fine. We do get up to a maximum of 25%. That is not much, because you never really get there. But yeah, let's see. How much of a bump is that? Not too bad. And then the factory starts, and then the bump becomes real. So there we go, yes. Ouch, 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 ouch. With every tick, a big ouch. And we go in here again and bump it up by 1 more. Big ouchies. Big ouchies for the money. Yeah, that will hurt. Okay, but we have to do it. There we go. It's basically a tiny bump in there. And we are in the negative. We are credit rating F. Can we get out of there? Credit rating F, 14 million. As soon as we get some revenue going, we should be fine. Problem is, we have to start a facelift instantly, because the competition doesn't sleep. So let's go in here. And what do we do? This one doesn't have a convertible option, does it? So let's edit the project. I think I have been recording this for quite a while now. I think we are going to do a 2-episode one. Yeah, this first try will be 2 episodes. Let's cut it here, and we are going to follow up on how this goes. If we go bankrupt the first year already, or not, in the next episode. That should be a really fun little thing to look at. Hopefully, we survive another year. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.